Alright, guys, we are going to break down UFC 317 right now. Okay, so first, we have Peyton Talbot versus Philippe Lima. This fight here is very, very interesting, okay? This here could, if Peyton Talbot loses this fight also, I don't know if he is even, has a chance of becoming a star. Obviously, there's there's always a chance, but if he doesn't win this fight, he is going to be very, very in a weird position. That like he's not going to be able to fight any grapplers whatsoever if Lima goes out and submits him first round, which could happen. That's why I'm going to go with Lima here. I think he's very underrated. Not a lot of people talk about him yet, but I think that all the hype's on Peyton Talbot. I think all the pressure's on Peyton Talbot also, for sure. After that disgusting loss last time, and then we have I'm gonna go Peyton or Lima on that one there, and then we have Balil Dariush versus Money Mokano. This one here, like the last time Dariush was fighting, he got knocked out in the first round. So that was 2 years ago. So it's just very hard for me to go with him. And I think that Makano is going to be coming out fast paced right away, going, foot over foot. I think he's going to be a little bit more quick than Dariush is right now, because Dariush is going to have that rust on it, and maybe he's going to pick it up by the third round. But I think the first two rounds are going to go to Makano. So then, so I have McConnell there. Then we have Joshua Van, the absolute going to be a superstar. Joshua Van versus Brandon Rival. Listen, Brandon, don't get me wrong, he's a heck of a fighter. He's a heck of a fighter. Number one, and I don't think he has enough to fight for in this fight. Because if you think about it, okay, if you think about it, he is going up a weight class to 145 or 135. Even if he wins this fight, he's going to go up a weight class. I don't think he has enough motivation right now to get this done. I don't think he is quick enough to win a three rounder against a guy like Joshua Van, which is super, super impressive last fight. But he can take shots. He can give shots, but I'm going to go Joshua Van on this one here. Then we have Alexandra Pantoja versus Kara France. Kara France versus Pantoja. This one here, I cannot go against Pantoja. I'm sorry. I can't. I have before, and it's never worked out well for me. He is improving every single fight that we see him in. You know, um, with his striking, with his wrestling, I think that he's going to be able to take down um, Kai a lot and whenever he really wants to, and make this fight wherever he wants to go, he's going to go, and that's going to be the absolute game changer here. So I'm going to go with Pantoja to win. Probably going to be a decision. I'm not going to say what that's going to be. And another thing is, a lot of people are talking about Kai's overpower, his knockout foot power, in which, yeah, he can knock people out, but go back and watch every single one of people, whenever he has a threat of being taken down, he doesn't go anymore. He's concealed in a shell, just like O'Malley was, Not even talking about O'Malley, but like O'Malley and Marab, like that's how he's going to be against Pantoja. So he's not going to try those huge knockout things because he knows the wrists are, there to get taken down. So I'm going to Pantoja on that fight. Then we have Ilia Topuria versus Charles the Bronx Oliveira. Let's see. This one's also really interesting. Whoever said that this is a bad card don't know fight. Like they don't know game, bro. They don't know game. So I think that this one here is going to be Ilia Topuria's game. I think that Ilia Topuria is going to be able to step in the pocket, and people think that Charles says that he's going to walk forward. Well, we don't know if he actually will, but if he does, then like he's going to get a shot very hard in the face. Like either way he looks at it, he could be backing up the whole fight. We don't know, but he can still take a huge, huge shot. Ilia Topuria against any tall guy, he's never had any issues with getting into range. And people talk about, oh, but he got knocked down whenever he went up to a weight class. Whenever he went up the last time, he got knocked down by somebody. That's very, very irrelevant. I forget his name. What's his name? Anyways, we know what we're talking about. But he got knocked down. Big deal. It was on like a 10-day notice. So he stepped in a weight class up on a 10 days notice. We cannot judge that fight at all. It doesn't matter how good you are if you have a month and then you have a week. That is a huge different fight camp. 100%. You're a completely different fighter in that month compared to that week. Some people can do it, but not not everyone. So I think that Ilia Topuria is going to be able to connect with Charles. Charles gets hit a lot, and I don't think he can take the shots. Um, you know, I just think Ilia is going to be able to, chop him down a little bit. And I mean, Ilia is going to have to watch though, because he's really heavy on that front foot. Whenever, I think Charles is going to try to chop that tree down of Ilia Topuria and really go after that front legal leg. And if that gets compromised, I could see a world that Charles can do enough to win. If he gets slowed down a little bit, and then Charles isn't as scared as that left hand or right hand by Ilia. But I do want to take Ilia here. Charles is a huge underdog. So if you want to, risk it for the biscuit, Charles Oliveira is always a good thing. If he's on the ground, but Ilia Topuria was also a wrestler, so it's not like Ilia is clueless on the ground. He's very well rounded there also. So thank you guys a lot for watching the video. I'll see you next time. Make sure you guys subscribe. I love you all. We're going to get over 1,000 subscribers this year. 1,000%. Let's go.